Tim Conway Jr. here. What a great night we have planned for you tonight. Brian Regan's with us. How are you, sir?
Hey.
All right. Now, I was always a huge fan of your work because for somebody that can work clean and still be funny is pretty rare. There's you, there's Ray Romano, and there's Jerry Seinfeld. Then begs the question, and we've asked you this before, Hollywood is crazy for you not having your own sitcom.
Hollywood has no idea who I am. Seriously. I don't think they have a clue who I am. I remember going into some pitch meeting at one of the major networks, and I saw, like, my DVD, like, in an open little thing. Like, you could tell they watched 5 minutes, like, the moment before I went in for the meeting. Right. Oh, you're the guy I just saw on my little computer screen.
I remember you telling me a very funny story of moving somewhere where there was a water shortage.
Yes, I live in Las Vegas, and, you know, they have water rationing, and they take it very seriously there. And when we moved out there, I've got 2 kids. We moved into a neighborhood. And I was in a cul-de-sac that shared a well, and everybody, like, watched each other like hawks. I found this out afterwards. Right. Well, this is my first time moving into a home with my little kiddos, so my first purchase was a slip and slide. And the neighbors are coming over, you know, to say hello, but also they have, like, raised eyebrows, and this is my way of introducing myself. Hey, I'm Brian. These are my kids. This is our slip and slide.
That's great.
We just moved in today. You guys aren't going to be able to shower tonight.
How old are your kids now?
My son is 15.
Wow.
And my son is as tall as me, and he has a deep, bassy voice.
That's great.
And yet he still doesn't realize that, I tell him it's time to go to bed at night.
Right.
And he doesn't realize all he has to do is say, I don't think so, Dad. And I'm just getting a... Okay. It's just weird to tell a man that he has to go to bed. All right, it's bedtime, and he's like, all right, I'm gonna go shave all my whiskers off my face and crawl into bed.
All right, so you grew up in Florida, though.
Yes.
And then I had a 30-day pass doing comedy clubs. And what year was that? What year are we talking?
I started in 81, I think, at the comic strip in Fort Lauderdale. It was a comedy club. And like I said, I worked there, and I was there until 1984 before I went out on the road. But I worked at the club, and I worked in the kitchen. I cooked.
Oh, that's cool.
I cooked burgers and stuff like that. And this is true. Sometimes when they would let me open the show, I was the cook for the people in the audience. They didn't even know this. And the waitress would come back in the kitchen and go, like, I've got, 2 cheeseburgers or whatever. I would put the hamburger on the grill, right, and then go on stage. And I'm on stage doing my 10 minutes, and I can watch people asking the waitress where their hamburger is, and they have no idea they're looking at the cook. You're not going to get your hamburger until I say goodnight, man. I'm interested in becoming a podiatrist, a foot doctor,
right, because
I went to one about 2 weeks ago. This is true. And I go in there, and the guy goes, what's going on? And I said, well, I don't know what's going on with my left foot. I have like this weird tendon or something. I don't know anything about biology in the foot, but it feels like a tendon that's moving, or every time I take a step, it's like a popping, weird kind of thing. And it's uncomfortable when I'm walking, or if I am wearing certain kind of shoes, it downright hurts, So the guy said, let me take a look at it. And he put my foot in his hand, and he looked, and he said, you're fine. So I want to be a podiatrist. Oh, all right. Hallelujah. What a relief. I came in here thinking I had a problem with my left foot. I'm fine.
All right, 8 p.m., Dolby Theater. I guarantee you're going to have more laughs on Saturday night in that theater than you've ever had at any performance anywhere.
Thanks for the kind words, Tim.
Right.
Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Brian. I appreciate it. All right, Tim Conway Jr. live on KFI AM 640.